What up guys, welcome to angelasavalon's YouTube channel. I'm Angela. Subscribe, hit the like button, and do leave a comment down below. Leave your feedback and any questions you have. Yeah, so in this video today or tonight, whenever it is that you're watching this video, nighttime for me, I'm going to talk about Venus square Venus in Synastry. So Venus square Venus Synastry, this is a rather very difficult aspect to have in Synastry. Usually this aspect indicates that one person, it can indicate that two people potentially oppose each other to a level that they are severely incompatible with each other. Okay, now what you gotta remember is what I feel like not too many astrologers saying out there. Synastry is also for, it's not only romantic. Yeah, maybe most people watch it for romantic purposes, but it's not only romantic. And I know there are people out there that are looking also for the platonic, like for references, whatever. Bottom line is Synastry is all kinds of relationships: so romantic, platonic, friendship, business partnership, family dynamics, any kind of relationship you have with another person. Okay, Synastry is an overlay between the two. It's combining two charts together and laying them on top of each other. Yeah, so with all that being said, so Venus square Venus, it is an aspect that is an indicator of severe incompatibility with someone. Now, many times it can indicate some sort, even if it's, it can indicate some sort of people who oppose each other. Like for example, someone is an introvert, the other is an extrovert, or someone likes the city life, the other wants the suburbia, the other one wants the suburban life. Okay, I had this aspect with a ex-best friend of mine. She used to be like a sister to me, and we had Venus square Venus, and we were very different from each other, because Venus is also the things that you like, the things that make you comfortable, the things, the material goods, everything that is your relations to other people. Yeah, the Venus to Venus aspects is the one you want to look for if you want to know if you even have a chance to at being compatible with someone. And with the square here, well, if you want an example, I can use the example I had with this woman that used to be my best friend. She was very different from me in the sense that we both come from a very so I always wanted to get out. Okay, we were both from a pretty small country, and I always wanted to get out of there. Okay, when I imagined my future, when I imagine my future, right, I always wanted, to be married to, and me and my husband living this kind of life, and live like I already know when I want to be, and we live like far away. And he's from a different culture, because I have Venus in Aquarius. So I want my husband, like I already have like the kind of men, ideally speaking, right, that I would like. And but anyways, it's just an example, right? But she always, like I remember we had a conversation, she told me that she actually wants to stay in the land that we are from, and she never wanted to leave. And it actually kind of surprised me because up until that point, or only even like it was years ago, but like when like on the years of we were friends, it actually was like maybe a year. Like it wasn't even like we were like friends totally 5 years, like half a decade, right? But it's still like, even though I knew she was different from me, it still caught me by surprise, because the way that she always talked about other cultures and like the kinds of like this kind of lifestyle she wanted always made me think that she, like me, she wanted to maybe live in the, maybe live in another country, maybe live in Europe or the States. I don't know. This is just the feeling I got. You know. But like I always thought, oh, she probably wants to be like, she probably wants to be like, maybe living somewhere in Europe. Even if I thought even if I know that even if I thought that it might have been a different country than I was fantasizing about, right? I still thought it was somewhere else, not where we were. You know what I mean? not like staying local. So that, oh, she probably, like I expected like some sort of like a different answer. I expected her to say like, maybe like, some naming some country in Europe or, the States or, but no, she wanted to stay there. And, and this is just one example, like there were many others. So not only that she wanted a different future than me, like she wanted to stay, I wanted to leave. She wanted to stay close to her mom. I wanted to get away from my household. Like we had different, somewhat different childhoods, but we were both the same ascendant. We were both Capricorn rising, so we kind of had similar childhoods, but yet different. You know what I mean? Like the relationship with our mothers were different. Like I have moon opposition Pluto, she has moon opposition Venus, so. And this is kind of Venus square Venus, like, and even like two small things. Okay, I feel like the only thing that we had in common, and you wouldn't think, because Venus is also rules like the kinds of food we like to eat. We kind of had the same taste in food, and I'm actually so like this is the only thing we had in common. Like we both loved sushi, and because what you gotta understand is. What you gotta understand about this placement more than often would indicate different tastes of food. Like I know someone with a square, I know someone with a square. I think the opposition and it's similar, right? The square and the opposition similar in the ways that they have like different tastes of food. Like I know this, like my brother, like I know someone, right? My brother, I think, and his girlfriend have either the opposition or the square. And he told me like they have completely different tastes of food. Like he loves sushi, he loves romantic sushi nights. She cannot stand sushi, his girlfriend. See, this is what I mean. Usually it's that way, and I've seen couples with the square and the opposition that they have different taste in food. And me and her actually have had, but here's the thing, it was kind of shallow because it's the only thing, like one of the really only things we had in common, that we were both liked makeup. But I think it's also because we were both women, Women, like more than often have that in common. Yes, they are women that don't like makeup, but it's kind of easy to find women who, you know what I mean? So it's like the easy things or the shallow things that didn't actually matter in the long run. That's what we had in common. Like, and I'm not saying it's so bad, because I'm grateful. Like, as even though it ended, and even though I was traumatized, I'm so grateful that I had this friendship with her. I'm very grateful. I needed that, and in some ways more, and in more ways than one, I believe it also saved me, the friendship with her. So I'm very grateful for that. But I'm giving the examples for for you guys in this video, because we had a square, because I feel like no matter how many years I'm gonna study astrology, nothing really would teach me about astrology more than real life experience. That's really how it's like. Like nothing would teach you more than real life experience. There's no book, no article, no website that will actually teach you like real life and real life observation and experience. And so this woman and me, and sometimes even clothes. Sometimes even even like clothes. Sometimes we had like a different, and Venus rules fashion, and beauty, right? Sometimes even with clothes we had, like one time she made a remark, and I know she was thinking like that fashion wise, right? But she made a remark that I was wearing like jeans with jeans, like jeans, like like, it wasn't like skinny jeans, but it was a jeans, like pants, like denim, right? Denim. I was wearing denim pants and a denim jacket, and she made a remark that, oh, it's very brave of you to wear a denim with denim. Or like, oh, this is what this means, like, because she said that she doesn't like that kind of fashion choice, whatever. I mean, she's entitled to it, but you know what I mean. It is another time it didn't even bother me too much. Not that it bothers me now, but it's like, looking back, like, I get it, you know. I get the whole, I get just the amount of like incompatibility, whatever. And okay, mind you, I also sometimes made a remark. So we were kind of even. I also made a remark on one of our fashion choices once. But I honestly, well, not trying to justify my remark or justify myself, but I honestly didn't like mean to be mean or something. I even told her that. I actually tried to like kind of help her. Like, I appreciate when people help me, you know. Like if I used like the wrong shade in foundation or something, I expect my best friend to tell me, you know. But whatever. Point is that it just makes for severe, like, it just makes for different tastes. And you know, I know that you guys watching that mostly for romantic, and you probably want me to give examples for romantic, and I'll give you, you know, just like I gave you like the previous example of my brother and his girlfriend. I'll give you more examples, don't worry. I'll give you the romantic examples, okay? I'm just using my real life experience. I didn't have this with a guy yet. What is, I didn't have a relationship with a guy. It didn't last enough, even when we've had like an aspect, didn't last enough for, you know. I did have the conjunction though. Oh no, maybe I think it was like the sex style or whatever. I can make a video about the two guys if you want, but anyways, yeah, this is the squirrel. Well, anyways, so yeah, it's a different taste. It's different personalities. Like I said, one might be into city life, the other one might like the quiet life. One is extrovert, the other introvert, or one is secretive, the other one is open book. Like, they oppose each other. And sometimes, like, the thing is, if not immediately, then over time, their opposite tastes and personalities would eventually repulse each other, you know. That will happen. It's just a matter of time. And usually the thing is, usually takes a bit of time for that to happen, because at the beginning you're actually drawn to each other, you're actually attracted to each other, whether it's friendship or romantic, you're actually attracted to each other. And if it's romantic, then it is like an indicator of like a sexual attraction. But you know, in this video I'm just trying to do it for all kinds of relationships. So, because I know some people are looking about friendship and stuff. I already had someone comment me about it, so I'm generalizing, right? So like I said, if it is romantic, and I'm speaking like, well, I'm speaking same-sex, heterosexual, whatever, right? But many of you do look for heterosexual. So if it's a heterosexual relationship and it's a man and a woman and they have Venus for Venus, yes, this quote does create that sexual attraction, that initial sexual tension. Yes, it creates. But like I said, initially, because over time, even if you're still attracted to each other, you won't care, because this attraction is gonna fade off eventually, because the honeymoon period is gonna wear off, and eventually you'll both realize that, oh my God, we're not compatible in the slightest. What am I doing with this person? Goodbye, you know? So yeah, the sexual attraction will be there, but it's sometimes you're gonna kind of, in a way, it's not going to be long lasting, you know, the relationship. It's not like the sexual attraction here is not enough to hold a relationship. That's what I mean. Because like I said, you might repulse each other because you're so incompatible. You might repulse each other. It's not like a nice aspect. It's not like a Venus conjunction Venus, you know. Yeah, and it's actually kind of tragic. Like, Because like with this woman that used to be my best friend, she had a Venus in Scorpio. I had Venus in Aquarius, and that creates the square, right? But I'm actually very Plutonic, and the thing is, she wasn't actually that Plutonic. That's like the irony, at least in our case. And it might be for some other people too, because she had like moon in Taurus, so she had a moon opposition Venus, and she was more Taurian, yeah, she was more Taurian, because she also had like Mars and Virgo. But yeah, anyways, yeah, that's irrelevant, yeah. So with all that being said, yeah, it just might indicate for severe incompatibility, different tastes, different people, and the relationship would not last longer. Like I said, even if it's not romantic, it can be friendship. Like I said, well, mine all lasted 5 years, and okay, so this is the last thing I'm gonna say in this video. If it's not romantic, if it's a friendship like me and this woman had, it can last for even a couple of years if other aspects supported. But if it's a relationship, like I said, there are exceptions to the rules because I don't want, there are exceptions to the rules, okay? So I don't want stupid comments at the bottom, okay? The people that are the 1% commenting and all of that, because I really, really do not comment that, okay? Even if your relationship lasts, that doesn't mean that's the case for the majority of other people, okay? You gotta think about other people. I'm talking about in general, because I feel like not enough people. I'm saying it for the people in the back, because every now and then I'll get like the majority of comments will be like all positive, but then I get this one person that's like, I am not like that. Me and my partner are not like that. Like, yeah, fine, you're not like that, but the rest are like that, you know what I mean? It's, I don't know, just aggravating. But anyways, yes, like I said, again, there are exceptions to the rules. So if you're an exception to the rule, good, great. But the majority of people with this aspect, if it's not a friendship, if it's a romantic relationship, it's more than likely, it will not continue it will not last for more than a year or two. That's what I mean. Okay? It might not last for more than a year or two, even if that. Let alone 5 years like I had with this woman. And I believe, and I know it's because this woman and me, we had a friendship. We were like sisters, okay? We were not lovers, okay? If we were two lesbians and and she was like, we would be two girlfriends, it might not have lasted 5 years. And I know for a fact it would not last those 5 years. And even those 5 years, sometimes we barely made it through. So yeah, by all means, it will not last years. There are exceptions to the rules, and again, even the exception to the rules, other aspects need to support it. Because this aspect alone would not make something last years, and if it did, it's an exception to the rule. Okay, it's not the rule. It's an exception to the rule. It's not the rule. Exceptions do not make the rule. Okay, I'm glad I made it. I got it out of the way because I really, really need to say it, because some people do not get what I am all about in these videos. They do not get it. Okay, Venus, from personal experience, I'm telling you, severe incompatibility, different taste, different people, and kind of like a lot of fighting, because like I said, the lack of incompatibility, if lasting, like I said, maybe it's like something like a friendship. So even if you're friends with them, you might notice that you have a lot of fights, even if it's romantic. Like you said, you're dating for 3 months, you might fight, or at least like, you might like fight, verbally. Quite often, because in my case it was friendship and you used to fight a lot, and that's one of them. We had other aspects that made it difficult for us, but this is one of them, because many times we used to fight because of how different we are. It's like those weird fights, you know what I'm saying? It's the weird fights, the fights that it might create this aspect. Like we would fight about like, I love this and that, you like X, Y, and Z, and we would like belittle each other. Yeah, it will make you belittle the other person, whether it's, even if it's just in your mind, but especially eventually it will be also out loud. I'm telling you, don't say you guys don't say I didn't warn you, because I'm telling you, I lived it. I lived those things, okay? Just like I lived the 8th house synastry and the 12th house synastry, okay? So I do not need people in my comments to tell me like to tell me the 1% cases, okay? Okay. Yeah, so with all that being said, apologize you guys if I was a little hostile in this video. I hope I wasn't too rude. I'm just trying to make my point, because I know there'll be people eventually trying to fight, trying to use their exception to start something in the comments, and I'm just saying it already beforehand, okay? Because I really also want you guys to know that yeah, and it's good. I'm happy for people. I'm the kind of person that I'm happy if something works out, and I do miracles, but I need to talk about the reality of things in this video, okay? In these videos of mine, I'm a truthful person. I talk about the truth, reality, the reality of life, whether we like it or not. And I know there are people who will appreciate someone like me, who says things as they are, and they love it. And I know it, okay? I know it. That's why I believe in my channel. I know there are people out there like that, just like me. So yeah, so with all that being said, please leave a comment, leave your feedback down below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please do book a reading with me. Oh, that's one last thing I'm gonna say. Do book a reading with me. Why? Not only because I have 50% sale, I'm not just trying to promote. Yes, I'm promoting my services, but I'm not just trying to promote. Because like I said, the Venus square Venus, you do want to look for other aspects. That's what you want. That's why you want to book a reading, for someone like me who has real life experience, okay? Not just textbooks I read. With real life experience, that can do a reading for you and see all the aspects and see your own individual chart, and make that conclusion of what energies exactly are going to take place between you and your partner, or just you. If you want if you just want a birth chart reading, that's fine. That's also you can get it for $10, and I can do an hour video chat for you and me talking one-on-one, and you can ask me questions, okay? I wouldn't promote it. I have 22 subscribers. You guys really think I would promote this kind of service in these early stages of my channel if I didn't really believe that they work and that they will help people? Yeah, so do book a reading for me. My email is down below. You can email me. I can give you more of a discount if you want. Just email me. My email is down below, angelasavalon@gmail.com. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.